Hey folks, it's me, Brian, and this is what I'm drinking today. I'm having Big Red Norm Red Ale. This comes to you by the Denizen's Brewing Company, which is based in Silver Spring, Maryland. They have two locations, Silver Spring and Riverdale, which is not too far away from the University of Maryland in College Park. This is 6.5% alcohol by volume. It has 12 IBUs. On Beer Advocate, it's been rated an 87, and on Untapped, 3.55. And it has a good sample size of ratings. Now, there's a little story to the name of the beer and the logo here. So the logo has this squirrel, if you can see, with a construction hat on, holding a rose. And the name of the beer is Big Red Norm. And it is a reference to the unofficial mayor of Silver Spring, who walked around with a construction hat on and did little odd jobs for some of the residents. Apparently he was homeless. There's actually an old YouTube clip that I watched. I had never heard of this dude. I live in Maryland, but I don't live in Silver Spring. Silver Spring is actually not a city. It doesn't have its own government. It's not a city or town or village or anything like that. It doesn't have its own government, so there is no mayor. But this dude was the unofficial mayor of Silver Spring. And the label says, an ode to the unofficial mayor of Silver Spring, this American red ale strikes a balanced spectrum of flavors that can be enjoyed from the stoop to the kitchen counter. I don't really understand that last part. I guess you can enjoy it outside or you can enjoy it inside. The tasting notes say blackberry, caramel, and pine. Proudly brewed and canned in Riverdale Park, Maryland. It's an American red ale, and it says unified by beer. Unified by beer. What is a Denizen? Come visit our tap rooms in Riverdale Park and Silver Spring, Maryland to find out. Cheers, Jeff, Emily, and Julie. Those must be the owners. Now, folks, I usually don't do this. Usually when I review a beer, 9 out of 10 times, I'm having it for the very first time. This beer I've had before. I got a 6-pack while I was in Silver Spring, and it cost $14.99, so it's decently priced. But I already know what this will taste like, and I'll give you the review starting off with, I didn't really like it. It was too bitter for me. I like other red ales better. In fact, there's that 1605 Anthem Brewing Company beer that I like much more than this one. But this is what it looks like. It's like a copper color, reddish copper color, a little bit of head, maybe a finger's worth. The head is kind of has some color to it. It's not completely white. It has some color to it. Doesn't have a lot of bubbles, nor does the beer itself have a lot of bubbles. Smell-wise, you can smell the earthiness, if you will, like an earthy hop flavor. Not necessarily anything citrus, but earthy hops comes to mind. Prost, my friends. So just like I remember when I first had this, the IBUs say 12. To me, it's more. It's very bitter. It has a touch of sweetness on the front end, very short, but the back end is very bitter and long, stays on the tongue. And that's what my main problem was with this. It was just too bitter for me. It wasn't balanced enough. Now, I get it. Some people may love red ales or like red ales with a little bit more bitterness to it than me. You may like this. This was too bitter for my taste. It's drinkable though. It is drinkable. This is the third one I've had out of the 6-pack. So it's not like I'm throwing them out in the trash or pouring them down the drain. They are drinkable. However, there's other red ales that I like more. So on the red ale scale, I would probably give it a 60. Drinkability though, yes. It has a decent mouthfeel. It's not watery. It's not thick either. It's kind of in the middle, medium bodied. Doesn't have a lot of carbonation, although I did see a review that did state that they felt like it had moderate carbonation. I don't think it has much carbonation. The head sticks around for a while. You do have some lacing. It's just too bitter for me, folks. But I do like the ABV, 6.5%, and I do like its appearance. So thumbs up for that. The appearance is great. And I do like the alcohol by volume content. That's what I like in my beers. So there you have it, folks. Big Red Norm Red Ale from Silver Spring, Maryland. See you later, folks.